Thank you, good sir.
Yeah. I love this bench. I always go here to like get away from campus.
Hell yeah, that's
Yeah.
sick.
So so who am I? So I'm here with Jason,
Hello.
and Jason is he he is my he is Alex's friend. So Alex yeah yeah.
Yeah. He's friend of another friend and another friend.
So Jason is Alex's friend, and um yeah, so today we're going to talk about like how you've came to terms with like your sexual identity,
Yep.
and how that like influences or impacts like your mental health, and just like your own journey and how you came to terms with that, because I feel like it's just not talked about, especially like just men don't talk about it. So I feel like we need to talk about it and just talk about like sexuality, because a lot of men um like just a lot of there are a lot of non-straight men out there, and I feel like it's not it's not like seen or said.
All right.
Yeah.
This is your segue looking at me for me to start talking.
No, yeah, if you want to, so yeah.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't been on one of these, so I'm just like got to know my cue. So I guess I just start yapping, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you can just
Hello.
you can
I
yeah.
am Jason, and my last name's not Jason, by the way. I just said my first name twice. It's a bit nerve wracking being on here, so that's I might be a bit nervous.
No, that's
My
fine.
apologies. So
That's fine.
I guess I should first stress with saying my sexual identity. No offense, but there's a good chance that whenever you upload this video, there's gonna be a lot of people that click on this because I'm in it, and
Mhm.
I was notorious for not saying my sexuality. So the fact this
Mhm.
episode exists, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we should probably get that out of the way. Hello,
Yeah.
I am a homosexual male.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, I like men. Women, you're cool too, but if I had to choose, I would not fuck you. Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Mhm.
Let me go back to conversion therapy. I never went there. I should stress that.
So let me go back to
I never went
conversion
there. I
therapy.
should stress that. I've never been to conversion therapy. I
Yeah.
actually didn't have awful parents, so
Yeah, there's a lot of like just me like reading books on it. There's a lot of myths about like what it means to be a homosexual guy, or someone that like identifies as gay, or that's attracted to the same sex. And there's just a lot of like misconceptions, and like who you are. It's just that's like also one of the reasons why like I wanted to have you on, because like there's just so many misconceptions and just false narratives, and I just like we need to cut through that, because
yeah, definitely. I have hung around a lot of gay people throughout my life. Ever since middle school, I would say I've been around people that are in the LGBTQ plus community.
Mhm.
And I'd say the main misconception when it comes to that is that, like, mainly within stereotypes, I would say, because truth be told, there is no like way you can like say like, oh, this is how all gay people act. This is how all lesbians
Also,
act, bisexuals,
I also hate
trans.
that, because I'm straight and people think I'm gay, because of either because of like
Welcome to the club.
my voice, or because of just like I'm feminine or whatever, and it's just annoying.
It's because
But
you express emotions, you
yeah,
fucking weirdo.
yeah,
I was
and
gonna
it's
say
like
another word, but I probably can't say
now I hear, but
that.
it's just kind of like it's kind of annoying, but it's also like it's just I don't know.
You're like the diet version of like Alex because with you, you might act in feminine ways, but like I know for 100% you are straight. Alex,
Yeah,
I can hardly tell at this point.
Alex, we love you.
We love you,
don't
but
hunt,
you
don't
are fucking gay. Don't lie to
don't
yourself.
don't hunt us down.
He's gonna hunt us down, but not in the ways you think.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, it's just I think like starting off from there, there's no like way to tell unless someone like reveals that to you, that of their sexual identity. And I feel like it's best to like not assume like who's um like sexuality is, and I got a lot of that in high school. But
Oh
I
Jesus.
I got like it was a lot, but it's just best to not assume. It's best to like get to know someone and let them tell you their story and just like who they are.
Yeah. I never felt that pressure, but honestly, the more it went on, the more I just kind of found it funny
Yeah.
because I remember back when like COVID hit and everybody was like forced into lockdown, I joined this film server, which then ended
Mm-hmm.
up meeting up some of my bestest of friends, I guess if you were to describe it,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to get more comfortable, and I made a lot of vulgar gay jokes,
Mm-hmm.
and that ended up people like legit telling me like we've had conversations where we wondered what the hell you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah.
he gay or is this just like an act? And that started in the film server, and then it started in like my IRL friend group.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've legit had conversations where they're just like, we don't know what you are, but we know you're not straight.
Yes.
We can roll that
We know,
out.
yeah, we know you're not straight, but you're something.
Yeah, you're
You're
something.
something.
Like the main three was bisexual, pansexual, and ace. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody got it right.
Yeah.
Well, probably there's probably somebody who thought I was just gay as dick, but you know, I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. But yeah, I just like I'm starting to like see, okay, like people make their assumptions about like like people that have different sexualities, and it's just based on like a number of things, based on like jokes or based on just things that were said in passing. But like
We're just kissing a dude. You can do
but like
that.
is it
You
just
can
like
if you want to.
but is it like I feel like if we like allow the person to say it, then I feel like then we can say okay. And even like that whole process, like wouldn't know like the process of um like telling people, but
Honestly, so there were a lot of reasons why like this is the first time I've come public about it.
mm,
I'd say one of the main reasons why is that I myself so in the LGBTQ community, Q is questioning, like you don't
mm,
fully know, like you're still deciding. That was
mm,
me for a while. Like I knew ever since like 7th or 8th grade I
mm,
was definitely attracted to men. Like
mm,
I was just like, yeah, that guy right there, fucking awesome. But it was women that for the longest time I could not figure out how I
mm,
felt about them.
yeah,
Um like I could definitely say like, oh, that woman's attractive, but I think the more like I like grew up, the more I realized, yeah, the thought of like having sex with a woman, I
it
don't
just doesn't cross your mind, or it
it,
doesn't like
so,
it
ladies,
doesn't.
you're calling all, but vaginas are weird. I'm sorry to tell you this. Vaginas are fucking weird looking.
Yeah, so it's just like that, and I feel like like I'm so glad that you like explained it to me so I could like really understand, because like I've like read books on it, but it's nothing like really hearing it in person and
Yeah.
understanding like the experience. It's just it's not like people think, oh, you like the is like
You like boys.
people have it so wrapped of just like what even like is sexuality, or what even like how do we even talk about it. And I think just so this a huge number of men that have not said anything about their sexuality because they feel like, okay, I just can't. I like the people around me, what would they say? And I don't know, like I don't know, like my question is, do you think, I'm thinking of like what comes to mind is guys in sports.
Guys in sports.
Do you think it's like harder for them to like say anything, or is it like I don't know,
Um,
because of like
I
the culture around?
I can't speak fully because if my physique didn't already give it away, I'm not a sports guy. But
No, but
um,
you definitely play football.
no, no. If you try to throw a football at me, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this? What do I do
Yeah.
with? But I think it might have to do with the fact that sports overall have a more conservative culture behind it,
Mhm.
and conservative culture, no offense, really hates LGBTQ plus people. Like
Mhm.
they're just really really against it for some reason. I guess they're just bored. But yeah, I feel like with sports, it could be harder for a gay man to fully come out
Mhm.
or whatever their sexuality is, if they're ace, trans, whatever,
Mhm.
because there is more of a culture where like you're a man, you're a man. Come on,
Yeah, exactly.
motherfucker,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
man,
It's like you
sissy.
can't, and just that like it makes it so like harder to even be vulnerable or say anything that is like, well, like this guy's like this is what I'm wrestling with or coming to terms with. It's hard to say it in that in those environments because it's just not you're not supposed to even do that.
We don't kiss
So
men.
yeah,
Yucky.
you're just not you're not supposed to do that, and also like you're not supposed to like tell people like discuss sexuality. Like, I feel like the only like sexuality that is accepted in those like communities or whatever is just like objectifying women or just you know I can't like I can't
You're good,
I'm
man.
trying to say it because like
There ain't no
thoughts are coming to
pressure.
my mind of like oh I'm gonna hit on this woman. I don't know how people
I'm gonna
are like
hit this woman.
I'm not like I don't know because I'm not like that. So
Obviously.
and not every that doesn't say like okay not this is another thing too is like about like straight men. Not every straight like guy
You could
is
say all of them. You can get people mad.
not every straight guy is like that because I'm not like that. Like I wouldn't like objectify someone,
I
but
hope you wouldn't, considering that your podcast you've
exactly I
co-hosted.
can't like that's not be good. But yeah, it's just like you feel like that you have to confine like conform to this set of masculinity that doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily fit you and then you have to like kind of hide that so that you're not like oh I don't want to look weird to
I don't
people.
want to look like a sissy.
Yeah, like I don't want to look like a
I don't kiss
sissy.
boys. No, no. I would say my best advice is before you feel comfortable to come out, build a community where, like, even if it's like big or small, like a friend group,
Hmm.
I'd say build that before you fully come out and say it because
Yeah.
I have been around a lot of people,
Hmm.
and I would say the current people that I hold close, I legit like them figuring out like, oh, I like sucking dick. Sorry, I'm being so
No,
vulgar. That's
you're
just in my
fine.
physique, but that I like men. Let's go with the
Yeah.
more polite way.
Yeah.
That's not going to mean anything. Like it'll
Yeah.
definitely be a shock, but
Ish.
I it's they're not going to really care.
Yeah. So it's just like it's like I guess with like people that are closer to you that kind of know you, it's not necessarily a huge surprise per
Like, oh, you
se.
like boys? Like whatever.
It's like it's just like they kind of already like kind of have already established that based on like how like they've gotten to know you. So where as far as like if you don't necessarily know someone and
You
they're
might get a brick thrown at you. Yeah.
yeah if you don't like necessarily know someone and you know they and like you come out to them it's just like it's totally different and I feel like
Yeah.
that's also important like you mentioned like your close group of friends I feel like that's also important in dealing with these situations of navigating sexuality and understanding coming to terms of your own sexual preference is having that close support system to really like listen to you and understand you because I feel like in situations like this there's a huge like wall of shame around it because it's just like it's number one it's personal but number two it's also just like not a topic that we talk about at all.
Yeah. Well, I'd say it's kind of evolved, but it's kind of evolved in a really stupid way where like men are more comfortable in that, but it's
Yeah.
always in like homoerotic comments, like
Yeah,
gestures.
it's not really
It's not really being gay. It's more about like, dude, I'm gonna fucking suck your dick if you don't shut up.
yeah, and I've like and it just it like baffles me that like people can say that but they can't like be like vulnerable about like their true
Self.
yeah, their true sexuality. And I think like I guess my thing is making maybe like those homoerotic jokes maybe that they either just might be a way to like move away from that,
I'm not gay. It's just a joke.
or it might be like I'm trying to like reveal something to you, but I don't know how to do it like in a comfortable way.
Tiptoeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say tiptoeing? That's
Tip tip
not. That's not
tip
a word.
tapping, that could be a new word.
That could be a new word.
Tiptoeing.
I suck at
Tiptoeing.
speaking, so that's why I agreed to being on the podcast.
Tiptoeing. I love tiptoeing.
Hell yeah. You're the first person to not make fun of me for saying something wrong.
I like tiptoeing.
This guy's a tiptoeer.
Now I'm gonna like that's gonna be in my brain all day.
You're gonna start just saying that to people. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Tiptoeing. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's why I'm just glad that like we have this platform to really like discuss it and just like do like dive into it, because this is like the first time, I think this is like one of the first times I've ever like talked about sexuality and like how men can navigate it, because I feel like men are left out of the conversation, or people that like identify as men are left out of the conversation because we just it's always been said that we just don't talk about it. But I'm always like, well, why can't we like just like have these discussions, and through these discussions or conversations really get to understand like what like who we are, and also like get to know like the people around us. And when it comes to sexuality, my I guess I'll say my question is, how do you deal with like the shame about it, or just like how do you deal with like, I don't know, like, because like for you, was it like, did you, when you first like were coming to terms with it, did you tell people, or was it just like,
I had a brief moment in like sixth grade where I started telling some people of mine that I think I was gay. But
okay.
like after like 2 weeks, I was like, I don't know, actually stop. Don't say anything. Don't no, no,
Yeah,
no,
and
no.
also like that's another thing. That's another good point that you mentioned, is like us not being so quick to jump to like terms or conclusions like based on like what someone says. Like it's important to like let them figure it out, and not um like it's okay. Let's just say like I say like, okay, I'm like, if I say to you I'm gay, I think I'm gay.
Mike is gay.
I think I'm starting to like guys, and then you jump the gun. It's like, okay, wait a second,
He's a boy kisser.
you're yeah, and you do that, and it just like it makes me want to like
Go
go
away. Like
go
no, 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 no.
like retreat, because it's not it's not really like respecting like the fact that
No,
I'm trying to
definitely
figure
not.
things
No.
out. Yeah,
I never felt that pressure per se, but like again, for the longest time, I could not figure out what the fuck I felt for women. Like I was like, okay, would I kiss a woman?
yeah,
I
yeah, and it's
kiss my
just
mom.
yeah, and so like so you're saying like for a while it's just like, I don't, you're like you're caught in the middle of like, I don't know what I feel towards women, but like as
I
I'm
definitely like men. I know
like, yeah, like
that.
as I'm going through like puberty or whatever, or like those
Yeah,
stages,
yeah,
I'm starting to like gravitate more towards men.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started to fully like. I think it was like the more I grew up and the more chance I had to like just like overall like I wouldn't say I'm fully mature because
Yeah.
20 is still a young age. Like you're not.
Yeah.
I think like I read that like your brain doesn't fully develop until you're like
So
25.
yeah, 25.
I think I could be wrong. So where should we start off from? Start back from at least.
I forgot. But yeah, I think like so I guess you're saying like you weren't fully like coming to terms with it until you were more mature and you were able to understand things like sexuality, because like when
Yeah.
you're like 12 or 13.
It's kind of like okay, I think maybe I don't know,
Yeah,
um like obviously I should stress that like if you are a young age and you feel comfortable in expressing
yeah,
your sexuality, go ahead and say it. Like it doesn't really matter as long as
yeah,
you have people who are accepting of that. But I
yeah.
should stress there is a good chance. I'm not saying a probable chance because that's a generalization and it's really hard to make generalization about like
Mhm.
literal like millions of people in one
Yeah.
particular group, there could be a chance that like your sexuality can change, like in terms of how
Yeah.
you feel overall the more you grow up and mature.
Yeah,
i'm
that's
not
what I've read. Yeah.
I'm not saying that's like 100% certain, because you never know. Like
Hmm.
maybe you're set on something that you decided ever since you were 14. Like that could like that's it could just happen, you know? Like I didn't
Hmm.
know how else to describe it, so I had
And
a brain
people
fart
are
there.
like kind of scared of that um reality because it it really shows like the complexity of our humanity. Oh, am I cooking? People are scared of that. People are scared of that reality because it shows like the complexity of our own humanity. Like we're just complex and like I feel like we put people in boxes because it's just it's quote unquote
Easier, yeah.
easier to like understand, but like no, and I feel like what you mentioned about like your journey of of acceptance,
Yeah.
accepting like first because I feel like you first you have to like accept it within yourself, and then that's when you
That's when you start sharing it to
sharing
everybody.
it.
Yeah,
So like
yeah. And when I say everybody, I totally mean my example where I'm sharing it on a YouTube channel.
so my I guess like my question is like what is what is like the process of like self acceptance with that,
Oh,
or
Jesus
is it a
Christ.
process
Um,
because everyone's different.
well, self acceptance can be varied depending on the person,
Mm-hmm.
because for me, I grew up in an area that was not like any way shape or form like homosexual. Like I had like a mom and and a dad,
Mm-hmm.
stepdad, um everyone in like I lived in like Evan City, and that's like a very conservative place, so like
Cranberry.
um
Is it near Cranberry?
it's close to Cranberry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So homosexuals aren't really talked about that
Yeah.
often. Really, like I had no one really like telling me how I should think about my sexuality, but I
Mm-hmm.
think it was more like myself, because like
Yeah.
I'd say it started in fifth grade where I first had first having this. Sorry, first having like in fifth grade where I first started having these thoughts,
Yeah.
and because it was fifth grade me, it was like really like just silly, just like what if like kiss a boy?
Yeah. So it's like you don't like have you don't have like the language to really like
Yeah,
say
because some people they might try to repress it either because
yeah.
they were forced to via conversion therapy, or
Mm-hmm.
like pretending
I
like
think
Christianity is like a shield towards homosexuality for some reason.
I think like I think people people get trained to repress it through like the culture that's around them
Oh,
or just like
definitely,
the
100%.
people that are around them. So like how can I explain this? So it's just like you're around like a bunch of like guys that are like saying like okay what like talking about like their dates or whatever or like
I like Marista.
or girls or like stuff like that. Like they talk about that and then like you feel you have to like chime in because
I kiss girls,
yeah
totally,
to
totally.
to go with like to go with the norm. I'm talking more so like middle school and high school. Like I
Oh,
feel like
dude, I went to Seneca Valley. That shit was a fucking nightmare, because it was like mostly like rich kids that like are like that have been trained by like old farts that don't know anything new.
mhm.
So even though Seneca Valley promoted itself as like, oh, we're the safe place, you can express yourself sexuality. No, it really wasn't.
Yeah, and I
It
think
really
that's
wasn't.
another important thing too is like that environment. Like, are you able to like does an environment feel safe enough where you can say that, or is it just
Is it pretending to be safe?
yeah, is it pretending to be safe and you can't actually like say anything?
Because you can say like, oh, we don't really give a shit if you're gay or trans, like we don't give a shit, but like actions, I know it's a generic saying, but it always applies. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and it's just like people say, okay, well, I don't care, but I feel like
But don't date me.
that's more of like I feel like that can be sometimes more like of a
Aggressive, yeah.
passive stance, like well, I don't really care, but that's not really like investing in like okay, what does this mean for you? Like how can I like
How's it
know
gonna
that?
change? Yeah.
Because it's not like really like understanding is not like willingly understanding like sexuality. It's just kind of just um I don't know. It's just like it's not that like that person doesn't care. It's just like they're not. I feel like it's saying I don't care. It's like, well, I don't know what to do with that.
Like, what the fuck you want me to do with this shit?
Like, what do you want me to do with that? It's just like it's just
You come in,
well,
say you like men, and then you walk out. What the fuck do you want from me?
yeah. So it's just like I don't. So it's just like it's. I feel like it's people are saying like, well, I don't know what to do with what you're saying, and it's more of like their discomfort like with you bringing it up. It's just that I don't care whatever is like a shield that like hides like discomfort, I
Yeah.
think.
Uh, Depending on who's in charge, I'm talking like in perspective, like America, because
Mhm.
it could be different in different cultures. America, it could really depend on who's in charge.
Mhm.
So, for example, like in the 80s, the AIDS epidemic was like sparking up to like its
Yeah.
peak. And like because Ronald Reagan, name that will always be, people think about like, yes, he's in hell, let's go. But because Ronald Reagan gave no shits about that, the grand majority of people like just did not give a shit about the AIDS epidemic, despite the fact that was literally killing like millions of men.
Mhm.
And even today, like currently, like our current president Donald Trump, because he also does a lot of things to like really discriminate towards LGBTQ plus people, particularly
Mhm.
trans people, which trans people can never catch a fucking break, man. Like throughout history, they're always getting targeted for no fucking reason. But like
Yeah.
because he's the man in charge, there's a lot of people
Leaf.
leave jump scare. But there's a lot of people that blindly support him and teach people to blindly support him without ever critically thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
why are we against these type of people? Other than just
Mhm.
like, yeah, we're against these type of people. What about it, idiot? Like,
Yeah, so it's more of not thinking, not actually like thinking. It's just going with like the flow of whatever the culture deems is acceptable, or just it's not thinking about um just seeing someone as a human, or just seeing someone as just like a whole person is only just putting people in boxes, and going allowing the cultural mindset of like a particular group of people to like affect how you view them, instead of like you actually getting to know them or
yeah,
knowing like who
yeah.
they are. So I feel like that creates like a lot of like division, and a lot of like those misconceptions and just stereotypes, and
It
that.
also makes it hard for love, man.
Hmm?
It just makes it hard for like finding like the true one, because
Yeah.
depending on where you're at, you have to be really really fucking lucky, because if you're especially if you're in a conservative area, because like okay, so already like 80% of the people don't like me because I'm
Mm-hmm.
attracted to like the same sex.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always go in for dating apps, but dating apps are a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like it's really a last resort, so you have to be like really lucky that maybe one day you'll either randomly find, or somebody will like meet, like introduce you to someone, and you'll both be like, "Hey, I want you." So
Yeah, and it's just like
yeah,
also because it's just like no one wants to because of that fear of judgment, no one wants to put themselves out there, and no one wants to um I don't know where I was going with that. I guess like because the like you said about just being in an environment that doesn't necessarily welcome you is just, well, you feel more inclined to hide who you truly are.
yeah, I definitely have like a couple of people in my life where as soon as I'm around them, it's like, okay, gotta wash out the gay. I'm going straight.
Yeah, and it's just like, and what is like, what is? But my question is like, what does that even mean?
It just means stop acting like a queer, you homo.
What is it? But what is like?
No, I get what you're saying. I was just joking.
No,
Um,
okay.
so basically, what I mean by that is like I with those few people that I'm
Hmm.
thinking of, It's more like I just don't really talk about myself like at all,
Okay.
especially romantically. So like, if like so like the few times where it's like, oh, when are you gonna get a girlfriend? It's like, haha.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I mean that, it could be different for other people.
Yeah.
For me, it's really just like kind of repressing myself. Really,
Mhm.
just like, oh, okay, I'm around this person, and I don't know how they feel about gay people, so I'm gonna
Yeah, so
pretend that I like women.
let me just like put on a mask and just be like, okay, like sure, just let me just like blend
Sure, I
in.
kiss women.
And I feel like in my perspective is that a lot of people do that because of like the shame around like who you are. It's just people do that, and it's just like you like that person might not be necessarily judgmental or anything, but you feel like, well, I don't know them, and I don't want them to like get like the wrong like thing
Yeah,
about me. It's just
it also depends on like certain aspects about them because
yeah,
like I will be honest, I don't mean to sound like rude, but like I personally think if you are like a Trump supporter, I just immediately feel like, okay, I
yeah,
can't really express that much about you because
yeah,
that man is not has nothing but hate in his body. That man just
yeah,
wants to kill everything. So like
yeah.
you supporting him, even if you're like, oh, but I disagree with this or that thing,
Mhm.
the fact that you support him at all, it
Then
kind of gives me the bad
it
vibe. Like
gives you like a certain like feeling. Okay, like this person has like this ideology, then that means like, oh
they're gonna
no,
beat the
they're
shit
gonna
out of me.
exactly, and it's just like and like
And you see these fucking arms, dude? Like, look, hold on. See these arms? They can't fucking fight for shit. They can barely hold a sandwich.
so, and I guess like to relate to like with me, like okay, so Alex is a Christian, so I don't know like how like I don't know if you've
Alex is a Christian, but like
yeah
he's the good type of Christian where he doesn't let his ideology like spew out bigotry.
yeah, so like my um my question is so me and Alex are both Christian,
Oh shit.
but me and Alex are both Christian, and my thing is okay, so how did you like feel comfortable about like talking to him about was it
um,
just like the vibe that you got from him? Like he was like
well,
welcoming?
Alex is probably one of the most welcoming people that I
He
know.
is.
Like
Sometimes
this
that
man
he's just
does not have a single ounce of hate in his body. Like he has met so many different types of people that I feel like he's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, literally any type of person can exist. I gotta
he
stop
forced
judging.
he forced me to get out of my room my freshman year. I was not about to like his
He's gonna get your fucking lazy ass up.
so yeah.
But yeah, that's why I felt comfortable around Alex, despite the
Okay.
fact that I know he's straight and a
Yeah.
Christian, and like there are a lot of Christians that blindly hate gay people because
Yeah.
for some reason that is a part of God's will, even though it's really not.
Hmm.
But Alex, like if he was like homophobic, why the fuck is he hanging out with most of the people he does?
Yeah. So it's
And why
more
does he
about
make the
like
comments he does?
and I think that's the thing like on both sides is just like is um like had like feeling you didn't feel like the need to hide because you already knew okay Alex doesn't see me like a certain way, he just sees me as just who I am other than like who I am,
I
and
yeah.
isn't going to like isn't going to be like okay get out of here, like it's not going
Get
to be
the
like that,
fuck out of here,
it's not going to
dude.
be like
Boy
that.
kisser.
And I
Ah.
feel like that's like I feel like that's really what we need more in
Oh,
society
definitely, yeah.
is just like being able to um oh no, that wasp is gonna go away. I hope it doesn't go in
No.
my drink. Being able to just um build a community or make a community, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to do with men's couch is like make a community where like everyone is accepted, and like anyone can just like hop on or just like share like who share their life, and that's kind of what I'm trying to make because I feel like that's a problem with like being a man in today's society is you don't feel like you have like a community where you can just like just where people like accept you or people are like willing to like listen to your story. I feel like that's like a huge problem. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I would say pretty much everyone that I consider a close friend of mine, I
Mhm.
know for a fact they are not going to judge because either they're gay
Yeah.
themselves
Yeah.
or they are just like, okay, I don't really mind. I'm not going to judge or anything. Like, who really gives a shit? Like,
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's what, like, we did talk about this earlier, but like, that's what I would really advise before you feel comfortable in coming out. Even
Yeah.
if you feel safe, wait, I'd say wait a little bit before you just start expressing like, hey, I'm this, because
Yeah.
you never know what people are going to fully think, you know.
Yeah. Or at least like have like I guess like what you're saying. Okay, start with like that one person, and then like just gradually.
Being like, hey, okay, I like this, I like that, get used to it.
Yeah, I love this guy's sense. Your sense of humor. You're always cracking up. So that's why.
I'm contained in this episode, by the way. I'm a lot more vulgar in real life. You've trust me,
So
talk to anyone I know.
yeah, I feel like starting with
The Leaf said no, shut up.
starting with like starting just with like accepting yourself, and then just telling a few people, and then like be comfortable enough. Which like also like there's another thing is like you don't have to like tell people. It's just like it's just a personal thing,
Oh yeah.
but it's like it's beneficial so that people like um can like fully know you, because I feel like this another thing like that on men's couch that we like are always like promoting is like be vulnerable, but what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean like telling people like your whole like life story. People have like the wrong definition of vulnerability. It's
I've
like
heard there have been some incidents in men's couch where people just trauma dump and you've had to like can episodes.
if that is, and those episodes don't exist. So like if that happened,
I feel so bad for you.
those episodes don't exist anymore. So like that's ever happened, like that's not like yeah, this doesn't like happen. Um, but yeah, it's just you you share you share like some of like who you are, but the purpose of you doing that is so that the other person can like get to know you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I want to lay out my whole life story, and I feel like people have like the wrong definition of like what being vulnerable is.
Just I'm just like imagining too. It's like, okay, so how did you come to terms with your sexuality? On this day I was born.
So on this day in 20
In 2011, I
in
saw this guy at a
2011,
Macy's.
I know Macy's is crazy. It's always Macy's.
I just said a random store. I'm gonna be honest.
It's always Macy's. But yeah, um I think being vulnerable is a part of uh number one, coming to terms with your sexuality, and also just understanding your sexuality and telling people. And it's not like a whole linear path. It's just
Oh, dude, it's like a fucking like just
it's not like a
zigzag.
linear path. It's just really it's just because when it comes to like being when it comes to like being gay, it's not it's not just about like liking men. It's also just like what does that like what does this mean for me in like my life, and
Oh
also
yeah,
just like also like how are people gonna think, or the expectations they place on me is not like what aligns with their expectations. And it's also about like choosing like who you are over maybe like disappointing the people around you, or you know.
yeah. When it comes to like any part of the LGBTQ plus community, whether it's like gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, etc., being that attracted to like or like within your own identity, that's only a part of your identity,
Hmm.
never your whole identity, because
Yeah.
especially with gay people, like there are so, I should say gay men, not gay people, because gay people could just mean everybody. Gay
Hmm.
men, there are so many different types of gay men. Like I've seen like gay men who are like comfortable in like walking around in high heels, and I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah, and then it just then there's like there might be like people that are like in sports who you would never assume because we have that masculine like expectation or mindset.
I say it's more likely because if you're just going around just like in a shower, all naked together, like somebody's gonna develop something. Like
So
I think they set it up themselves.
so so it's just like yeah, people don't think about that, and there's also like people there's also like all types of like straight people. It's not or straight men. It's not just one. There isn't like one type of man because
There's the
like
good ones and the annoying ones.
because people like I said before, people have like come up to me. It's like just thought I was gay because of just how I carry
It's so
myself.
funny.
Like how I carry
That's
myself
why
is
I
just
did it. I kind of let the joke about like people trying to figure out my sexuality go on for so long because I thought it was hilarious. Like, okay, so I know you don't like this, but you
yeah.
do this and you do that. So I
So
think
like what?
you like boys.
And then it's just like, but also it still puts people in boxes based on assumptions. Still, I feel
Yeah,
like
like it could definitely be like harmful depending on the person it's going for. For me, I
yeah.
thought it was hilarious, so I just kind of let the joke go on for years. Like honestly, it got to a point where it's just like, okay, not only is this joke just like really one note, but it's starting to get really sad.
Yeah, like for me, it's like I wrestle with this because like I wear a lot of like I wear like fuzzy fuzzy pink like outfits and pants sometimes, and people think like that's just
Homo.
yeah, and it's like annoying. And it's just it gets a
Let men wear pink.
yeah, and it's just like it gets to a point where like before I used to just like defend it, but now I'm just like okay, whatever, because it just like it shows that it really shows like how I guess our culture still puts people in boxes in the way that we can like understand because of like I guess like as humans we need to like compartmentalize things, but
Yeah, it's just I had a thought and immediately left my mind. Jesus Christ! Like I knew where my conversation was going, but then my brain was like, I'm gonna forget like the last 5 minutes.
no, that's how it was in like in like because I had therapy today and I was just like wait I have something important I need to say, then it just like left. It just,
Wait! I
wait a second. Yeah, I hate that. But
it's annoying. But Christ, I had like a beginning point, but I'm like trying to figure out where to even start with it.
like so
Hmm.
um I guess like we can like hold off on that point. But
I'm
what is
holding.
what so like I would say like when it comes to like mental health and because like I'm uh a psychologist, I'm gonna be a therapist.
Let's fucking
So
go.
so like my thing is like um what like how is it like does growing up and like coming to terms with like coming to terms and accepting your sexuality, does that like impact like maybe like how you like if you like develop anxiety, or is it just like not related at all?
No, it could definitely be related depending on because I'm not gonna get into it too deep right now because
Yeah.
one, I don't want this episode to go on for like 3 hours,
Oh yeah, we
and two, that's just not a good idea. But
yeah.
I'd say my biggest problem within me mentally is that I suffer a lot from like within my own identity and
Mhm.
trying to raise like self-confidence, like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
give
yeah,
it
yeah,
like
yeah.
a very basic synopsis. I back in like high school, like 2021, 2022, I kind of developed thoughts where it's like, I think everybody hates me and nobody likes to
Yeah,
be around me. And that has
yeah.
developed to a point where it's like, okay, I don't think people hate to be around me, but I also don't feel like I'm necessary to be around.
Or like
Um,
people like desire my company, or people want me around. It's just like
I never have those thoughts, unfortunately, but
yeah.
that's a different story. But yeah, and I feel like because I was kind of holding off and fully saying that my about what I identify as
Mm-hmm.
like my sexuality, I kind of feel like that kind of plays a big role into that
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, okay, if I can't even figure out what the fuck I am sexually, how the hell am I going to figure out like what I am in terms of my like base identity, or how the fuck am I
Yeah.
going to get into a relationship? Like I like, you know,
Yeah, and that's like, and even like that internal pressure on yourself that like kind of creates like sort of like
cobwebs.
cobwebs. Cobwebs is like a good like metaphor, because like if you have like all this like going on within yourself, then you're not going to feel like people want, want to be around you. You're not going to feel like, you know.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing you can do to like go against your true identity is fully trying to hide it, like never expressing it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I feel like this past couple of weeks I've come to terms with like a lot of that
Mhm.
where I'm just like, okay, I feel like a lot of my problems mentally is that I never talk to like people like in terms of like what's going on with me,
Mhm.
because I always feel like, oh, you know, that's selfish, like don't talk about
Yeah,
yourself.
and
Like
that's like that like whole mindset of I don't need to talk about that. I
yeah, yeah,
just
no,
like
it's okay.
it's
Go ahead.
fine.
Go ahead.
Like I don't need to like let's talk about you. Let's just
No, no, no.
like, and it's just um it's I think it's also like a sign like maybe either you haven't like fully come to terms with it, or you're still trying to figure it out, and you just like, and talking about it is only going to reveal that okay, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm not like, I don't like, because I don't want like the person listening to me, I don't want them to like have like this mindset of like, well, I'm like completely 100% sure, like I
I
don't even
I'm
know.
79% chance that I am gay, but there's a 21% chance that I could be bisexual.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
not a real
just
statistic, by the way.
it's just it's just it's just like if you're wrestling with that, then you're not going to necessarily feel ready to say, okay, this is who I am. This is like, because I'm still figuring that out within like my own self, and I don't feel at a place to say like who I'm attracted to. And that's like that goes for like a lot of people. Maybe I guess we could both theorize that's why a lot of people don't say much. Or is that too
Yeah.
like
I'd say it can be different depending on
on
like
the
the type of person,
yeah, the type of person?
because with the unfortunate case is because the LGBTQ plus community is a minority group, they're not the
Yeah.
majority. They, out of a base, are going to face a lot more discrimination, and that goes for like anyone besides like straight white
Yeah.
males. Really, like even like straight white
When you
straight.
keep saying it, I always think of Alex. When you keep Alex just
He's
immediately comes to mind when you think that.
he gets a little bit of a pass. He's Italian. But yeah, basically besides straight white male, like every type of group of people, they're gonna face like some sort of discrimination.
Yeah. Because
And
it's just like the way that like the society is built up.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's gotten better, but it's still fucking stupid.
It's also just more like, now it's just more like hidden. It's more of just like um it might be just hidden even like behind like a gay joke,
Dude.
because I feel like homoeroticism or like gay jokes are normalized in very quote unquote masculine settings.
Yeah, like it really depends on the person,
Yeah.
because the funny thing is, I remember this one time Alex, like I don't know if he told me or if he told people, where he's like, you know, I worry people are going to think I'm like actually gay. And like, and then the man makes like 1,000 gay jokes to like every person he's around. And I'm just like, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna make these many gay jokes, own up to it, because I make an insane amount of gay
So
jokes
it's all
towards so many
about like
people.
like you said, it is all about like the person and like how they, like when they're saying that, like what, like is it just like an actual just joke, or is it just like this is how I actually feel? And that's like
Yeah.
that's only like dependent on the, determined by like the person, and not um like people might like think that based on like, okay, I heard you say, like I heard you say this, so that like resonates, which is like it's just which is I hate the word fair, but I'm gonna say it, which is fair. Like you said like all these gay jokes, so naturally I'm gonna think this way, um, and it's just like yeah, um,
Yeah.
and my like this is like I don't know, this is just coming to mind. This is off topic, but because like I have a lot of close friends with other guys, people think I'm gay because of that. Because like I value friendship because
Boy kisser.
I value friendship so much, and it's also not like seen in like today's society. But like I value
Yeah.
friendship so much that like people think that they can't like see,
They can't just look at two people who are like close to each other and just
and
immediately be
then
like, "Oh, those are just friends." They gotta be like, "Okay, those two are fucking."
they have to like put people in a category, and I think that that's like I feel like that's like one of like the roots of like our problem with understanding sexuality and sexual orientation is putting people in categories and not like letting them say um who they are, as kind of what I said earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I only say the exception is like once you know their sexuality, and it's more like, okay, so you've been hanging around this person a lot, you definitely like them. Because
Yeah.
I've had so many cases of people that have like, they're, it's kind of like the pre-state of like, they're not in a relationship yet, but it's so clear
Yeah.
that they like each other. I've had so many cases where it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, just tell people, good God, like it's so
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah. And it's
It
just
applies to both straight and gay people. Like I've seen it with both cases, but like it's happened so
mhm.
many times. I'm just like, brother, I've seen so many relationships form that I can immediately indicate like the starting lines.
Yeah. Um but yeah, what time is it?
Let's see, what time
I don't
is
have to
it?
go to.
It is currently
Oh
four
my
thirty
gosh,
four.
I have a meeting in a half hour,
Uh
but
oh.
uh-oh.
Uh
But
oh.
I really like this was like really awesome. Like
Awesome.
this is like I really like doing this, and I um like this also like pushes me outside of my comfort zone as like just like a straight guy, and just really asking like those deeper questions of like what, because like I just like I have like the mindset that where I have to like I'm cutting through all like the stereotypes and cutting through like all the nonsense, and just really asking people like what is your story, like what is this actually, like is this actually true, and turns out a lot of cases just
It's not.
fabrication from society. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotta love stereotypes. It's only
Yeah.
like caused like hatred, bigotry, genocide,
Yeah.
like just casual things, like just small things. Like it's not nothing too big of a deal.
Yeah. So I I really appreciate this,
No
and
problem, man.
um yeah, this has been like really awesome, and it's just like helps me like to think deeply about these subjects and how I want to talk about them and address them on the podcast. Um, do you have any thoughts?
Um, do I have thoughts? I
No, I don't have.
I have a brain. I know
I don't have
that.
any like
It might be small though.
closing sentiments.
Closing sentiments. Yeah. I should first and foremost say that like since this is gonna be like the first time a lot of people are gonna like fully know my sexuality, I should stress that like I said earlier, this is only just like a part of my identity. Like I'm
Hmm.
not really gonna change after this, really.
Yeah, it's not like, and that's like the thing too with like someone when someone like reveals their sexual identity to you. It's just they're still them. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just like now they have a new aspect about them.
yeah, they're just like revealing like a deeper layer to who they
Yeah.
are.
And I should say, like, it does not matter what the current society pushes towards LGBTQ plus people.
Hmm.
Always feel free to express yourself, because
Hmm.
even if, let's say, like, it turns into fucking like a barbaric society where like they start hunting down and killing like LGBTQ plus people, they're not gonna fully succeed,
Yeah,
because most people who do that are Republicans, and most Republicans have a grinder
I don't
account.
I don't know, but yeah, I just Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say always feel free to express yourself, because if you don't do that, you are only going to do nothing but cause self hatred towards yourself, around the people you love, even when they're not doing anything wrong, towards your
Yeah.
family, towards everything. So always feel free. And of course, there is like Pride Month, like Pride Parade and all that stuff, where like they just let people go all out and express that. But I just mean like anytime, any day. Like if you want to say, like, hey, I like men, I want to
Yeah.
kiss a man. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Like, who cares? Not even that airplane that's causing a lot of sound gives a shit. Like, because it's high up in the air and they probably can't hear me.
Like,
But
if you have like, if you really want to say it, or if it's just like, I feel like the more like you like keep it to yourself or suppress it, which you can. Like, I'm not saying
also depends on
like
your
you
current circumstance, because there's some
yeah,
people where like
like they
saying that can
can't.
turn deadly.
Yeah, they like actually can't. So like if
Yeah.
you, so I guess like if you
If you
can,
can
and if
express it, don't give a single shit.
yeah, and if like you feel safe within yourself to do so.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, there's no worse feeling than being like, okay, I am this. And then like a year later, you're like, God, I was such a fucking idiot. I'm such a
Yeah.
fucking moron.
Yeah. But then like we understand like our sexuality based on like where we're at, and like you probably understand it more, way much better than you did like in the
Yeah,
past.
yeah, yeah. It's all
Yeah.
about maturing and like living life, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any closing thoughts, Mr. Micah?
This was awesome. Like I love doing this, and if you ever want to do like be on the podcast or YouTube, like
Hell yeah.
of course, like
Hell yeah. I'm gonna, if I get back on, make sure Alex is there. I'm gonna start making out with him. If this gets 20 likes, I will start making out with him.
oh my goodness.
If we smash that fucking like button.
Click like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is awesome, man.
Yeah. And if just in case this is your first episode, I would highly advise to check out more of Men's Couch. They have a lot of like fun topics
Right.
that get expressed in a really fun way. Yeah.
All right.
I'll do it for
Bye.
some promotion. Adios. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, like